the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Thursday. It's Jackson Claude, the only podcaster seemingly not involved in this global drama. So if you're looking for unbiased...
We're trying.
Put me in, coach. Like, put me the fuck in.
I mean, do you have a little personal tidbit or anecdote to share about either girl? That's the way to get involved.
I really don't. Like, I've actually never met Brianna Chickenfry. We've had a couple of digital interactions. No, and the digital interactions were extremely pleasant. I've met Alix Earle. She was just godlike in many ways, and I idolize her for years, and I love her more than anything. Not a bad thing to say about her. Alex Cooper, never met. That podcast thing, you know, I'll try to get over it. Oh, I'm sorry. We did have like one Zoom meeting with her.
We had a meeting, yeah.
But never met IRL. So yeah, I don't really have much to add besides my own thoughts and opinions.
Right, which I think is what makes us like really great commentators on the situation.
Do you agree that like we are the leading news source on this topic?
Yeah, and you know what? Like I feel a lot of pressure because I feel like I'm the one, like I feel like you are so like internet and online. Mm-hmm. And you obviously have like a warm feeling towards Alix Earle, but I feel like the weight of this judgment like rests on my shoulders.
Let me make you feel better. It doesn't. Okay. If anything, it's like both of us, you fucking bitch. Oh my God. And I just want to say, not to like, you know, outdo the doer, but I did invent this. Like I have been on to these two from the moment they announced their partnership.
I have a lot on my shoulders today.
But you agree that we are the leading news source.
We are. But what's funny is last night, Claudia said to me, she was like, I feel like you need to download TikTok because so much of like what's happening is happening on TikTok and all the takes and this and that.
And I keep sending you videos and people are giving like actual dissertations on this and they're too long to download and send.
Yes. And I said on the one hand, like I do have TikTok on my iPad. So like if I needed to like scroll the Licks versus Lex algorithm, which by the way, like not to be like Bethany, but like we coined that.
Not to be Bethany?
Like we coined Licks versus Lex.
Can I tell you something about Bethany?
I love her. So don't
excuse me, I love Bethany. Okay. She DM'd me last night being like, your obsession is so real, R-E-A-L-E. And I'm like, okay, you also made like 100 videos about it. Like, okay.
I think we're all obsessed with Real.
We are, but it's like, she was like, you're obsessed. Why can't you be like, oh, are you also obsessed?
Yeah.
I was just like, don't put it on me. Like, you are also.
That's so funny. No, but we did coin Licks versus Lex. It's a title from like months ago on this podcast.
Yeah. Oh.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. And I don't say that like cat. I don't always be like, we coined that. Like, but we did. So I could go on my iPad. I also said, like, if there's something that I need to see, you could DM it to Zach on TikTok and, like, I will watch your messages, like, everything that you want me to send. But I actually feel like I don't want to be swayed by, like, other people's takes and, like, their opinions. I'm sticking to the primary sources here, and I'm going to make my decision based on that. And so while I think it's really great that you have all your, like, oh, they're saying the nails, they're saying the pimple, like, I also think it's important.
Your perspective is necessary as well.
Yeah, so I think we're the perfect balance, which is why the show is so fantastic, honestly.
Which is why we are the leading news source on this topic.
Yeah.
Does this topic have a name? Like Dramageddon of 2016, every saga was Mandival. Is it Licks versus Lex?
For me, it's Licks versus Lex, but I guess time will tell how it's remembered, you know.
Right,
Cooper
history is written
Earle.
by the victors.
Cooper v. Earle.
Oh, I finished that book you recommended, and you're officially off my recommendation. Like, sometimes you give good recommendations, and I'm, like, living for you, and then you recommend me something bad once, and I'll never talk to you again. That book was a piece of garbage next to heaven. It always shocks me when books get so popular, and it's, like, the it book, and then I read it, and it's so mid. Now,
if it makes you feel better, I don't think it was the it book. Like, I think
it is. Everyone I know has already read it. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's like an it book. You kind of, like, made it popular.
Okay, I'm happy. I'm fine with that. Not every book is going to be amazing, but I thought it was like fun and flirty.
Maybe if it was my first
fun
time,
and flirty.
Maybe if it was like my first time ever having read a murder mystery, I would have thought it was good. But if you've read even just like a decent murder mystery, like the plot twist was bad. I liked the scene. The book hooked me immediately because, you know, fabulous rich people, New Brunswick, you know, all of that. I loved the world that they had built. But it really fell flat halfway through, and the ending was just bad. And I actually wouldn't recommend it. So next I'm going Strangers, and it better be good.
It's very different. It's memoirs. It's memoirs of a stranger.
Memoirs of a Burden.
Memoirs of a Divorcee.
So I'm reading that next, and I'm also watching my New York City documentary, and I'm also like the leading correspondent on Lex vs. Lex. You can't put us in a box, you know?
No, you can't. Are you enjoying your documentary?
I didn't watch it last night because I finished the book. Ben had a lot of work to do, so I was just like reading and he was working. We're so mature. Like, it's giving 30. It's just crazy. So maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight. And we both watched Summer House, so we have like Summer House stories, so we'll talk about our thoughts in there.
It was really a crazy episode.
It was. I have a lot to say.
So do I. And I actually like was doing a little investigatory research because obviously this episode last week and just like the season in general has been such a bad look for Amanda. Outside of like her whole thing, you know, now we're watching everything through, you know, the prescription of hindsight, and she's looking even worse. And I actually texted a friend of mine who like works in reality TV production, and I'm like, are these episodes, did they go back and edit them?
Yeah.
Or did she just actually do this and they're not being dramatic by editing it to make her look a certain way? And she was like, it's a really good question. You usually get like 3 rounds of notes on an episode from the network, and then you lock it in. It's like locked for like 3 to 4 weeks in advance. So later episodes in the season might have been able to have been edited once they found out about this scandal, but it's like a really big deal to go in and edit episodes. It does not happen a lot. So as of now, like this week's episode might. But like, yes, you know, in the City trailer, they edited that hug for Amanda.
Of
yes,
course.
Trailers can be edited, but it's very difficult.
There was a scene last night where like West is sitting on top of Amanda outside, which Ciara has said in previous episodes, like if West is sitting on you, it means he has a crush on you. And like, because he sat on her a few weeks ago, which is just so fucking immature. I can't believe I'm saying this. He sat on her. No, he's sitting on her. And they're outside on the loungers and he sits on Amanda. And then like we see Ciara like give a look. And that has to have been a recent edit.
It could have been. So it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility, but it's only done like when it's a huge deal to do it.
And it's impossible for me to watch this season because now watching Amanda, like knowing what she's capable of, it's like everything that comes out of her mouth, I'm just like liar, wrong, bad.
Sinister.
And it's like I need to watch the first half of the season where she was the same person and saying similar things, but we all took it as Amanda, like she's a victim. And it's like impossible to watch or call this season because we know how it ends.
I'm also like just so curious to know how the episode would have been received had we not found out about this West thing, because she was just so beloved.
I'm not big on parallel universes, but if I could enter one, I would like to enter the world where the world watches this season of Summer House without hating Amanda, and how you would be like, yes, slay mama.
Well, Ben is in love with her.
Slay
and
mama.
Sabrina's a mean girl.
And
I love
she's
Sabrina.
Also like being very strange in her confessionals.
Yes.
In her confessionals.
When she was in her confessional talking for the first time about her conversation with Ben and like how it's actually rooted in truth and he wants to have sex with her, she was like, and you say, I'm crazy, you're crazy.
No,
I'm like,
she's like, and
she's
I'm
crazy.
married, haha. She's like joking about her own marriage. She keeps doing, is this what people online talk like this?
Yes.
She's doing,
it's like a TikTok gesture.
Okay, I don't want to start doing it, so I'm going to keep my hands to myself. She has like 2 confessional looks that to me feel like they are the most recent ones. Like that
Which is the bangle on her arm.
The bangle on her arm, and then she's wearing like a mud brown shirt, and like her hair is kind of a mess.
Greasy.
And it kind of looks like a wig almost.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a wig, but it's like just the hair is questionable. And in those 2 looks, I feel like we're getting the Amanda of today and her new personality. And you know, people are also saying that she's mimicking West's form of speech.
Mannerisms and like the way he talks.
Intonations, the way he goes up, ask a question, go down.
And that's like the summer camp effect. Like when you spend a lot of time with someone, like when we used to come home from summer camp, I started like speaking in Spanish because one of my best friends from camp, and she was like my bunkmate, she was Cuban and she was like always getting mad and like singing in Spanish, Se muera Fidel. And like you just start talking like the people you like live with. Well, yeah, and that might be what's happening.
But you were 12, and so now this is like a 32-year-old woman who's changing her personality for a guy that she has a crush on. Like you were 12.
As we said yesterday, like I am an old soul, so maybe that's what it is.
No, I think she's immature.
1,000%. I just would love to know like how the audience would be eating this up. They would definitely have been villainizing Sabrina. She's a mean girl. And you know what? I like that she clearly like wants to be on this show, and so she knew she was going to film it. She was like, let me. And she was like, I'm crazy. You're crazy. I'm like, oh, she's crazy.
No, I would like to.
And that might be what's happening. let me make a stink. Let me become friends with Ciara, like sort of make it obvious that she should be a cast member next season. And you know what? She better be. I love her. I like her friendship with Ciara, and I like how Ciara's like, I don't like people, but we just connected. I think she has an interesting relationship with Ben. She has great style. She was not afraid to confront Amanda, who is, at the time, fan favorite, beloved, mother of the house. I love her.
Yeah, and she has like a not like a quirky personality, but just like not cookie cutter. Like you don't know what's going to come out of her mouth. I appreciate that. She seems like she like loves hard. I don't even feel like she's on top of everyone because she wants to be on the show. I feel like that's just like her personality.
Yeah, so I think that the audience would have like just villainized her and said she was thirsty, and so that's how they would have explained away the Amanda comment.
Yeah, I can't take anything seriously, and also like I wouldn't be able to. I don't know what I would be saying, and I certainly wouldn't be saying all this.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like.
If you were who?
If I didn't know about West Mandible.
Oh.
You know what I mean? She's like,
I think I would. Because yeah.
But
I don't
you
know.
didn't.
I wasn't watching, just in my defense.
I know, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't. She's beloved.
I just want to say, I've never been like an Amanda mother. No, because like I hate her and her husband.
But you wouldn't have said it.
I might not have said it, but I just like, I've never been like up their butts like everybody else.
Neither.
Kyle,
I've never been
up until recently, like was my close personal enemy.
Yeah, I've never been up their butts. I'm not up a lot of people's butts, just a select few people butts,
Harry Jowsey.
I'm up Kylie's butt.
Yeah.
Like there are some people where it's like, I don't care what you did. I've got your back. But that's a very like elite level, like Molly May,
So yeah, I watched Summer House and I scrolled TikTok all day and night long because late afternoon, early evening, shit started popping off again. And I have to say, this is like a side quest of the original drama that like nobody asked for. And I was surprised that Alex Cooper even responded to because I didn't think it was like, it hadn't become that big of a topic yet. I feel like people were just like thinking Brianna was like wanting to get involved. Like no one was thinking much of it. And she didn't like have any proof or receipts or anything. And I was surprised that Alex Cooper responded to it. Maybe she did respond to it because she had such a sleigh of like a receipt.
I don't think she takes shots that she knows she can't score. She doesn't miss.
So we will talk. I'm sure that's our first story. Chickenfry in the Lex vs. Lex.
Yes. And Alix Earle did not post her rebuttal yet. You did say she had till the end of the day. And so now what?
So I did say that she had until the end of the day, but the days have been moving so slowly. I didn't put together that her like reaction video was that morning. So she does have, I do want to say, until tonight. Because then we go into Friday and the weekend, and you only drop your shit then if you want it to disappear and like not slay, because it's the weekend and people just forget about things.
So she has till tonight, you're saying?
I think she actually does have until tonight. And now I've seen the narrative start to shift where it's like Justin Anderson posted the funniest thing where he had like a filter on his face making him like a really old man. He was like, Alix Earle, please release the video. So now the narrative is like, okay, it's kind of taking a long time. And so the Brianna thing brought her a day. But like we kind of need to get the ball rolling.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the stories, shall we? Without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you do need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you do need to know are brought to you by a brand new sponsor that we're super excited about. It is Bath and Body Works. So we have been really into scents lately. I feel like we've been talking about how chic it is to have a signature scent. And when it comes to scents, Bath and Body Works is the OG. Their White Barn Neutrals is a fragrance collection designed with thoughtful intention, helping you create a home that feels as good as it looks. It's minimal home decor and gorgeous scents designed to curate a space that feels like you. And I feel like when it comes to home scents, I'm like constantly fighting a battle against the kitchen. Like my kitchen is always in use. Ben is always cooking. He has like a really, eclectic palate and he likes to try new things. And then I have everyone over for Mahjong and like my house smells like food. So actually I had one of the Bath and Body scents when everyone came over for Mahjong. And when people walked in, the first thing they said was like, wow, it smells so good, which made me feel really great. They have a lot of different scent options like sweet orange and agave, which is very fruity and bright. Mahogany coconut, which is warm and woodsy. Moonlit goddess, which is botanicals and blooms. And then pistachio milk and honey, which is, treats and sweets. So they've got something for every personality, for every different type of home. when we talk about scents, we're obviously talking about like personal scents, but I feel like the way your home smells is like a really big indicator of like how you live. And when people come over, you're like, oh, she's a bright and blossomy. She's floral and delicious. Maybe she's a little woodsy. It's just a nice way to like show off, if you know what I mean. And Bath & Body Works is the OG. We've all been shopping Bath & Body Works forever. Their candles not only smell amazing, but they are crafted with premium lead-free wicks for a clean, safe burn. So shop the White Barn Neutrals collection now at bathandbodyworks.com. We are so excited to be sponsored by Bath & Body Works. The luxury scents and real benefits will take care of your home's well-being so you can take care of yours.
Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola comes in 2 flavors, Original Cola and Cherry Vanilla. It has the great Pepsi taste, but now with even more to love. With no artificial sweeteners, only 5 grams of sugar, just 30 calories, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. It is unbelievably Pepsi, the taste of Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. It is so tasty and so good. If you're a Pepsi swirly, it is just the best. We love Pepsi here at The Toast, and we really, really do. My whole back fridge is all Pepsi and Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. We love the Prebiotic Cola because it has the great Pepsi taste with more to love. No artificial sweeteners, which is important to me. 5 grams of sugar, which is super low for a cola, as is 30 calories. So it is definitely the cola that you want to be drinking. Use promo code 20prebiotic to get 20% off of Pepsi Prebiotic Cola on Amazon from now until May 30th. So make haste, go out and try Pepsi Prebiotic Cola today. That is promo code 20prebiotic to get 20% off of Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Enjoy great taste. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Yasso. I feel like I need to talk about something that we've all just quietly accepted, and it's the reality of better for you frozen desserts not really living up to the moment. Because every time I try one, I go in thinking it's going to be perfect. I see it on the shelf at the store and I'm like, oh, yum. It's exactly what I'm craving, just a little more balance. And then I take a bite and it's just not hitting. It's not as creamy, it's not as satisfying, and it kind of leaves you wanting more. And for some reason, we've all just been okay with that. But I recently just started having Yasso and I was like, wait, this is actually so good. They took everything you want from a frozen dessert and made it with creamy frozen Greek yogurt. So you're still getting that rich, indulgent taste, but it feels a lot more balanced. It really feels like you don't have to choose anymore. Yasso is my favorite sweet treat late night brand. They have so many great different formats of sweet treat and so many great flavors. Right now, I've been so into their new Spoonables. It comes in 5 flavors: chocolate chip cookie dough, cookies and cream, fudge brownie, mint chocolate chip, and coffee chocolate chip. They're all so good. Each one has around 400 calories and 19 grams of protein per container. So it actually feels satisfying and like a full treat. Yeah, you're getting a lot of sweet treat. You're getting a lot of protein, which is going to make you feel fuller. And for 400 calories, like for a nice pargy treat, that's really good. So visit yasso.com/toast to enter and upgrade your freezer, because they are giving away 4,001 of the new Spoonables. So yasso.com/toast to enter. Upgrade your freezer. That's yasso.com/toast to enter and to find full giveaway details, rules, and regulations. Thank you, Turd.
You're welcome.
Our first story, Alex Cooper is calling out Brianna Chickenfry LaPaglia for labeling her a mean girl and sharing their private DMs. So Brianna Chickenfry, as we mentioned yesterday, has been popping off here and there saying Earl is going to destroy Cooper, saying she recorded She recorded a podcast, the tea is hot, when should she drop it? And she's been chirping as
and I just want to say, mind you, she still hasn't dropped it.
She's been chirping, as the stoolies say, right?
She's been chirping.
So Alex Cooper took to her Instagram stories and TikTok and wrote, "This girl on girl shit needs to stop. While Alix tries to get her story together, let me address Brianna Chickenfry, who was adding on to the fake narrative in Dogpile. Brianna, you coming online saying I'm a mean girl, that I'm going to get destroyed in people's comments saying I hate Alex Cooper, ... Here are the facts. I have never met you in my life. The only communication we have ever had is through DM. Here are our DMs." And she proceeds to screenshot and share her DMs with Brianna over the last few years that have been like very complimentary, very, clearing up perceived beef from BFFs, blaming everything on Dave.
Very mature.
Yeah, and, just like showering each other with love. And at one point, like Alex sent a nice message to Brianna after Zach Bryan. At one point, Brianna asked Alix how she travels with her big dogs because she's no longer
Alix
private
gave her
anymore.
her phone number. Alix invited her to an event. I have to say, I don't know Alix Cooper personally. I wouldn't assume that she talks like that. I would have honestly assumed that she was meaner than that. And I was shocked to see like how nice she was. And so I understand why she did respond to this, although I do believe she debased herself, you know, in
getting in the mud here.
In getting involved, because this is like lowbrow drama. Brianna Chickenfry like genuinely has nothing to do with this. And Alix then corrected. I actually did meet her once. Like, I guess Alix Cooper, right, I think during her Spotify deal, went on BFFs in LA when Brianna Chickenfry used to be like the girl who didn't speak, remember?
Yeah.
Like so she was like, correction, I actually did technically
and I
meet
don't
her
even
once.
think that was her lying. I'm going to give, like, why would she lie about that? I think she actually forgot. But she has been on BFF, so she corrected that.
She kind of ate Brianna Chickenfry up. I'm sorry. To go from being like mean girl, and then the DMs over the last couple of years is like you being honestly a fangirl. Congratulations. Like every time Alix has something like, and Alix responding above and beyond, here's my phone number, come to this event, like so nice. I was shocked. I had secondhand embarrassment for Brianna Chickenfry. I actually did. Like you never want to get blown up like that.
Yeah, I felt like for Alix Cooper, she did it because it was an easy kill. Like,
yeah, right.
You know, she just like...
She had the proof.
An accidental slay. But then Brianna Chickenfry responded promptly, which I appreciate, because you also know she didn't like think about it too long. She just sort of came out with it and shared like, yeah, I really liked you up until I knew who you were. Like those DMs do stop at a certain point. Chickenfry is saying that she like discovered who Alix Cooper was when her friend Alix Earle told her everything that happened between the two of them 2 years ago at the Super Bowl. And then I think Chickenfry was also offended that Alix picked up Grace's podcast after the dissolution of their friendship, which I can understand why like Alix wouldn't be Bree's favorite person when like Alix's company effectively took Grace's side, even though like they just want a podcast, whatever. They're, you know, platforming this person who's like, that's now Bree's enemy. So obviously the friend of my enemy is my enemy.
Yeah. So if Brianna like doesn't like Alix Cooper, she's allowed to for the whole Grace thing. Alix was also allowed to do that. It was a business decision. And I think net, like neither of the girls have successful podcasts. So like genuinely, who cares? No, for real. Like at the time it was like a big deal, but like, I don't know if Brianna has a podcast and Grace does.
Brianna does. She has Plan Bree.
Oh, yeah. Like, it doesn't matter now, you know? It was like a good, fun drama. I think they both got a lot of followers from it. And, like, just be done. Like, but she's allowed to be like, oh, that pesky Alix Cooper, for sure. Like, that stings.
Yes, for sure. So she's allowed to, like, not be her favorite person. But then
when Brianna Chickenfry was chirping in, I think a lot of people assumed that part of the reason why was that, like, Alix Cooper sort of, like, flew in during the Zach Bryan stuff and tried to like, you know, be the quote ambulance chaser and get Brianna Chickenfry on the show. Alix Cooper in her statement yesterday said, I never asked you to come on. Maybe that hurt Brie. Maybe she wanted to come on. But instead sent like a lovely message just about how, you know, sorry she is that she went through that and like these disgusting abusive men who get away with stuff like that. And like, she was really like, she sent a really lovely message. So Brianna then just basically was like, yeah, all of that is true. I was a fan. But then I found out what you did to Alix Cooper and I never want to see you again. I hate you. Excuse me, Alix Earle. I never want to see you again. And then the Brie thing. So in order for me to make a decree in Chickenfry v. Cooper, I need to know what the accusation is from Lex to Lex. Like, it all comes back. Now there's even more pressure. I need to know. I can't continue to give my thoughts unless I know, because now it's all on. Now all these people hate Alix Cooper, and it's all because of what Alix Earle went through. What we need to know.
So we need to know, yeah. And if it was like enough that more than just business dealings, that Brianna Chickenfry, even though she can like be on Alix Earle's side, that she's like chirping mean girl. Also in business dealings, like it's not really mean girl. It's just like boss babe, I guess. Boss babe culture.
And I know I will be rewarded in the afterlife for not just using my free will in this moment to call up Jake Shane and ask what's going on. And he probably wouldn't tell me, but I know he knows.
And in this instance, like even if he gave you an abridged version, like I think you need to like wait to hear the whole story from Alix Earle. Otherwise it'll be spoiled for you. So
I want to experience it just truly.
You need to be able to experience the magic.
In a real way. The magic, yeah.
I had another thought about this whole saga as I was thinking about it. Like you say like the whole internet is like with Earle. Mm-hmm. And from what I've seen, I'm not seeing like a lot of Alix Cooper defense
No. Even though thus far, I do think she's defended herself like quite well.
Objectively, she's in the lead because we have nothing from Team Earl.
Correct.
They haven't presented
and all we
yet.
have from Chickenfry is honestly DMs that make her look bad.
Team Earl hasn't presented yet. So,
yeah.
Yes, Cooper's in lead. My question is, like, where's Daddy Gang? Like, where are the people who, like, love her? The people who have, like, she's supported her for so many years. Like, why isn't anyone, like, making videos, like, about how great she is?
Baby, there is no Daddy Gang. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to say that.
Do you know what I mean?
It's actually, I do. So it's actually really interesting.
Anytime someone's fave is being canceled, there are always people who who in the comments fight for them, who make videos being like, no, she's amazing for women, what she's done.
So I have seen a little bit of Alix Cooper defense, not so much on her, but just like this trope that she's getting so much shit for, just being a business person and being an interviewer, and even the ambulance chaser allegations. Like, well, a lot of male podcasters do all these things and nobody thinks twice about it. So I have seen a lot of defense being like, we're so hard on Alix Cooper for things we would never criticize a man for. And that is true. Because I do think one of the, from like people I know in the industry who've had interactions with Alix Cooper, I think the overwhelming takeaway is that she's kind of a vulture. She tries to work with people and like doesn't really see their value. And I know that she's made offers to a lot of podcasts that I know in almost an insulting way to work with them, distribute them, acquire them. And she just sort of like sends these deals out. And so she's a vulture. And that's why she gets her $125 million deals, She does things that I think a man would do and nobody would think twice of and just like call her, a shark. But because she's kind of cutthroat and she's a woman, she can't get away with the things that other people can. So I think the Daddy Gang in question, I think she's actually very meticulously over the years. The podcast originally, when it was her and Sophia, was like all about them. Their life, their dating, their whatever. And you get fans when you share like that and you open up and like you're the subject of your content, like people are really attracted to it, and that's how you create a community. But slowly, and for whatever her reasons might be, like she has totally shifted since she left Barstool. The show is not about her at all. We don't know what goes on in her personal life. Like we don't know her. If you look at her Instagram, her stories, it's so surface level. Some people want to be influencers, podcasters, but not on their own shit. Like they just want to be interviewers or whatever. So I think she made a very conscious decision to not be sharing herself and her life for whatever reason. And you do lose your community because now it's like, oh, I want to Call Her Daddy because Hailey Bieber's on. Oh, Colton Underwood's on. I'm going to skip that episode. You're not tuning in for Alix Cooper anymore. It doesn't matter who's the host is. You're tuning in for your favorite guest. Mm-hmm. So I don't think she has this like insane community anymore.
But like she does shows and goes on tour and does
who's the people? But Jackie, she brings Kelsey Ballerini. So it's like you go to the show for who's Alix gonna bring. You're not really going, and that's why like she does all the events with Harry Jowsey and Trisha Paytas. It's an ensemble because she's not really the talent anymore. She's almost like the Andy Cohen,
Yeah.
Which I think was a smart move on her behalf. And then you don't have to put your personal life out there like for content. Then you get into a really bad place when like you can't make a living unless you're like spilling your guts.
Yeah.
So, and it's worked for her quite well, but I do think that loses you like your rabid fans.
Like your diehards.
Yeah, your gang.
I'm like not really seeing like Daddy gain pride out here.
I also think like she had a really intentional shift in the last couple of years to target Gen Z. So I do think she like sort of shed her OG Daddy Gang millennial fans, women her age, our age. And so it's just like, I don't think her goal this entire time has been to create like a cohort of rabid fans.
But that's who's going to like watch stuff and buy stuff and go to stuff.
But when she gets to the level that she's at, like she knows people are going to tune in because she got Miley Cyrus, like the level that she's at in terms of guests, it's kind of like the opposite of Joe Rogan. Have you ever looked at the guests on Joe Rogan? I never heard of any of these fucking people. Like they're literally like woodsmen who hunt for a living.
Yeah.
But people tune in because they trust Joe's
and for the conversation
vibe
that Joe is going to have with them.
And of course, like big celebrities have gone on,
no,
but that's
he
not
does
what
like
it's
5
for.
shows a week. You maybe
with
know
the most random doctors, like people you never heard of, but people love him and they trust him and they want to hear from him and people who he thinks are interesting. So it's kind of like the totally opposite.
It's an interview, but it's more so like a conversation.
Yeah, because it's 3 hours long.
No, but it's like it's not just like question answer. It's like
well, yeah,
it's like you're in conversation with. Okay, well. I guess that clears that up. I just like find it surprising. Like
I know.
the biggest podcast, one of the biggest podcasts in the world, which relies heavily on audience participation. Like, where's the audience?
The audience participation comes from the talent. It doesn't come from the host.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
I think like you could look at that from a lot of interview shows. Like I think people, and he's, you know, a little polarizing, but people love Dak Shepard. Like, and that Monica gal, they've got a great thing. So yeah, he gets top tier Jennifer Aniston guests. But I think if they did a solo episode, it would, you know, do just as good. People really love him.
She does solo episodes.
Yeah. And I think that if you were to look at like the numbers, they don't perform as well as her episodes with Karol G.
Yeah. Well, that just makes sense. But
yeah.
Also, Dave Portnoy has chimed in with Tea by the Sea. He's hysterical.
He is cracking me up with his leathery skin, like not him addressing the skincare haters. He's so funny. And it's actually impressive how he's pretty much staying impartial. These are like two big, like obviously Brianna actively works for him, so he might have to like take her side more. But him and Alix have like a really long history, and I really do like that he refuses to like dogpile on either of these people. And he's like, I like Alix Earle too. So it's very impressive, the tightrope that he's walking.
Yeah, it is. It's also impressive how like everything he does just like is a success. He starts talking in his beach share. It's called Tea by the Sea.
Tea
We're
by the
selling
Sea.
merch. You know, pizza, one bite. It's a series.
Miss Peaches, he got a dog.
Making
Like
frozen pizzas. Like everything that he does, just like he just is someone like a Bethany almost, where it's like everything
I was
he
gonna
touches.
say like a Bethany.
Everything he touches is gold.
Yeah. And I'm sat for the Tea by the Sea. And like, it's the dream. He's literally on vacation and unfortunately has to work. So he's decided to make it like a vacation series. Oops. Now I have to go on vacation all the time.
Yeah. No, it's hysterical. Like you just sit,
It
like
is.
everything he does, he just makes it into like a $1 million business.
Yeah. His Tea by the Sea yesterday didn't like add much in terms of like new facts or whatever. He just sort of was giving his State of the Union.
But it's like fun to watch him react. And he is like now a big player in this.
Yeah.
Like us, you know, like sort of like us.
Josh Richards also made a TikTok being like, it's insane that BFF's pod is like not happening right now. They should do a reunion episode just because.
Oh, even like BFF's pod. And then when he left, like the show's over. Like in terms of his like just, I don't know what it is. He's got like it.
The Riz.
The Riz. He decided to do a show about like Gen Z. It becomes like the biggest podcast ever.
And I remember thinking like, this is low-key embarrassing. Like this grown man talking about TikTokers, like it's giving me the ick. That was my first impression of it.
Hysterical.
I probably said that on the and super popular until he left.
Yeah. And he like left the two of them, these two popular influencers with like the keys to a successful podcast, and they still couldn't like get it together.
Yeah, like but people were tuning in for Dave. Like
yeah,
he is this like magnetic
like, it's Dave.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm sat for Tea by the Sea. And I keep saying this, I've said it since Monday, Alix Earle has to drop her video. Like it's just it has to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it gonna be? Like, what is this
what's the
big
format?
thing?
Oh, what's the big thing? Well, I think it's also in like the way that she tells the tale, you know?
You know, we got a good piece of gossip yesterday. I think that maybe just adds a little bit of color. Because we keep saying, like, why the fuck did Alix Earle do a podcast at Unwell? Like, I think anybody, I've just worked in this industry for many years, and even I knew that was like a bad call. And we've talked about how they share the same agent and how they had a lot of the same team members. And the rumor going around town, allegedly, is that like these team members, which I don't know if I believe this, these team members were like afraid to pitch Alix Earle to any network besides Alex Cooper's. Because like, you know, why wouldn't you want to support both of your clients?
Right. Which
I don't know if I believe that.
Doesn't make sense to me, because then like the bad decision making rests solely on the team members' shoulders, and Alix Earle still works with those team members. So how can you be in good standing with those team members but hate Cooper?
Yeah, it's true. It's not congruous, so there's something else.
Yeah. But that just does explain how she ended up at Enwell.
Correct.
But I think Earl needs to be taking a look around the room.
Barring, like, there's got to be something crazy in her job. Oh, and do need to make a correction yesterday from the Britney Spears circus thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
So we had said, like, it was so not, I still really don't think it was, like, a big thing, but
it
the
was
reason why people really ran with it was because not only did Alex Cooper post that video to the Britney Spears circus, but the caption was, "How much time do you have?" ? Because we could go all night. And Alix Earle has been like subtly hinting for years now that something happened between her and Alex Cooper. And one time somebody commented like, "What happened with Alex Cooper?" And Alix Earle responded, "How much time do you have?" So the caption was maybe like a nod towards that. I don't know. I just want to say I'm not like 100% buying it.
I think it was a nod towards that. I didn't realize that like Cooper was also engaging in these barbs.
So I did see a TikTok. Actually, I saved it. Can I play it for you?
Yeah, sure.
I just thought it was a good take. And it was one
to my
like
iPad.
No, I'm just gonna like play it in the microphone. It was one that was like slightly in defense of Alex Cooper. Just more so being like, what are you doing here?
Oh, I don't like that sort of take.
Okay, good, because I can't even find it.
I don't like when people are like, they exaggerate Cooper's age. They're like, she's 40 and Earl's 20. There's 6 years difference between them. It's not like.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was more.
No, Cooper's 31 and Earl is 25.
Well, what the woman was saying, and I do agree with this, is that Alex Cooper has made such an intentional shift in recent years. You know, she was the Gluck Gluck girl, you know. It's not a sex podcast. She had Kamala Harris on, Michelle Obama. She does all these like fast company leadership. And it's like, what are you doing here? Like, this is internet stuff. Alix Earle is like a content creator, a TikToker. She's doing a reality show. Like, this is what we do here. And like, you have so really intentionally separated yourself from this world. Like we said, she doesn't have a lot of friends in the industry. She's not just like a swirly on the internet. She's done a very good job at like separating herself. And I think a lot of people are put off by her because I do think she has like a superiority complex. But like at the level that she's operating, like
she's superior.
Maybe you would too. You're superior.
She's superior.
And so like her involvement in this is just so shocking because it's so incongruous with the path that she has successfully blazed for herself.
Yes. Couple thoughts. One, perhaps this has been harming her. You know, this like thing that's just been following her. Maybe all of her comments are about this and it became too big to ignore. Though they're
not, but continue.
What?
The comments are not all.
Are not what?
All about this.
Well, which comments?
Sometimes it becomes like all your platforms. Sometimes it becomes so big, like you have to acknowledge it. It's not that.
Well, maybe she
Sometimes you can't post a TikTok without the comment. No,
well,
it's
after
not.
the repost of the ambulance chaser, how is she not going to respond? You're going to let someone say that about you? And
of course, it's infuriating.
And someone who people respect, you know, it's not just like some random disgruntled
former employee.
Yeah, so like it might have been starting to like not affect her yet, but get to a place where it could affect her, especially if she thinks that she's faultless in this situation. Like, why not air it out?
She has to think that she's faultless or else she would not have welcomed this.
Or she knows that there's nothing tangible, like there's nothing in writing.
It was just bad vibes.
It's vibes. Hard to explain. You sound crazy, but you know it happened. But also like in doing this has become the biggest story. And like really all press is good press. It's on like the evening news, Alex versus Alex.
True.
Like
it's true. I need to get involved. Like, seriously, you're both bitches, okay? Now come for me. Come for me.
You couldn't handle it.
Oh, my God. I could never actually, like, have to seek treatment. Please do not get me involved.
Yeah. But I agree it's, like, in Congress with, like, what she's been building. But I don't think it's, like, not her place to engage when people are like, stay out of this.
And don't you find that, like, she was on this, like, very serious path, like, really trying to be taken seriously as, like, a journalist and a woman in business, excuse me. But it does feel like recently she kind of changed her mind. She's been doing a lot of reality TV content. She made her own reality TV show. She's having more, like, lowbrow people on.
Yeah, I just think, like, you know, being, like, a woman, like, whatever.
Leader.
It doesn't pay the bills. Like,
yeah, right.
Nobody
like Dakota Mortensen does.
Nobody wants to fucking hear it.
It's true. It's like insufferable.
Yeah, like I think building like a business based on like reality TV and like all this stuff, like people like that and we want to watch it. Like we don't want to hear about women.
Right. And she's actually, you know what? She's in this big Sirius XM contract, and remember, big 125 million. You only get the 125 million if you hit certain benchmarks for downloads, and that's why she does multiple episodes a week. She releases flashback episodes because that's why she has a network of podcasts to all contribute to her total monthly downloads. She gets paid based on that.
Like,
so yeah, maybe woman. Not to be so rude, but maybe like Jane Goodall is not just gonna hit the ceiling for downloads.
No, but
and it's a noble quest.
I don't.
It's a little generic.
That's debatable because like it's really just like it's just word like it's just like lip
Word
service.
salad.
It's lip service. It's not real like substance. It's like the lowest hanging fruit of like social activism. Like I it's not for me. And I guess it's not for most people.
Right. So there was a shift again, I do find. And that's why we find it so confusing where she's like woman, 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 Dakota Mortensen and Gleb Savchenko.
Yeah. But I do think, it's been a couple of years, like pick a lane.
Yeah, no, settle.
I mean, it's never too late to change and evolve, but like, it's really like crazy. Like she's like raving about like women's rights with Michelle Obama. And then she's like, hey, Gleb, tell us about sex with
how this most disgusting, smelly pussy, like disgusting shit. Ugh. Also, there was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh, Sophia Franklin like took to her Instagram just to promote her book, which slay, like it's a business, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it. Everybody wants to hear from her. I'm sure her comments are blowing up. I haven't checked, but I don't need to. So she posted a cutesy little carousel where she took pictures of herself with her book, like on self-timer. Like, yeah, sell that book, girl.
Yeah, sell.
Because if this Alex Cooper saga like continues to spiral and like in a negative way for Alex, I do think that book will be a big sort of nail in her coffin.
Yeah.
But she's at a level.
But do you think there's a lot about what happened between them that we don't know? Because
that we don't know, or the audience?
That the world does not know.
Yes.
Really? Do we know stuff that the world doesn't know?
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like no.
Just like random details of the weeks.
But I do think like maybe it needs to be like repackaged and people need to see it again to reassess because I think that the way that it went down was wrong.
Yeah, we said it at the time.
But it went down wrongly and everyone like went for that, So maybe
we said it at the time and people like so didn't disagree with us and I do feel like
did
now
disagree with us.
Yeah, they really disagreed. Sorry. And now like people look back on it, even before that whole Alex Cooper like is over party. I think recently people have been taking, re-examining it and it's icky. It's really icky. And so I'm surprised that Alex Cooper's getting so much hate now for like, as far as we know, like not really doing anything that crazy. Whereas like, I feel like one of the crazier things, and if you want to like get into criticisms of her, I think you should take a look at that saga. Cause I feel like that's probably the worst thing that she's done.
Agreed. But like when that thing happened, everyone had like most of the information and they still like went with that judgment of being like, this is such a slay. And so like that's on the people,
Agreed,
like now
agreed.
You need to hear it again and be presented it again 6 years later, nothing's changed, but like here, maybe your mind has changed. Because I felt like at the time you guys saw what happened, you knew what she did and like everyone was living for it.
Right. No. And it was like Sophia's biggest crime was like letting her boyfriend, who has like a master's degree in Harvard in business, like help her and her friend get their contract renegotiated. And it's like, you're being controlled by a man. You're letting your man get in your business. Meanwhile, Alex works with her husband. Like, so a lot of people do. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
So it's just, if we're going to really take a look and dissect, let's start there.
Yeah, that's like hypocrisy that's happened since. But like at the time, nothing like, you know what I mean? Just going back to like what information was available at the time, like it was wrong how it went down.
Yeah.
They fucking ruined that girl and her boyfriend
and her
their
man.
relationship. Because he was trying to like get them paid more. And now I don't even...
Meanwhile, 1 year later, and Sophia was considered greedy because she didn't accept Dave's new deal of $500,000 salary. And people are like, oh my God, there are kids in Africa. Yeah, well, 1 year later, Alex Cooper turned around and sold that entire catalog of work, including Sophia's work, for $60 million. So was Sophia wrong for turning down $500K?
No.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
But in Earle v. Coop?
Yeah, Earle v. Coop, I'm judging on Earle v. Coop.
Yeah, of course. But no, now this has become like a judgment on Alex Cooper's entire, they're taking clips from old videos and it's like, yeah, if you do that to anyone, you can find stuff to make them look bad. I hate when people do that. I really do. Because it's like, of a lifetime of work, you can find 3 videos that make someone look bad. Cool. It's called being human. I'm sure you could find 10 of me. Like, who cares? To me, that's not an indictment on anything. And I really don't like when people do that. It like causes a real pile on.
Especially when like all those things like happened in real time.
And you didn't say anything at the time.
With a huge audience. It's not like she did these things and we didn't see it until now. Like you were watching then. You had no problem. Shut up.
Yeah.
Unless you weren't shutting up at the time, in which case, speak up.
Just keep going.
Speak
the
up.
Jules Truthers.
Speak
the
up.
Jules Truthers.
Speak up, prophets. We'd love to hear from you.
Speak up, prophets. The Jules Truthers.
Are you ready for our second story? Speaking of Jules Truthers.
Like, I guess I never like this is just kind of like one of the biggest things to happen to me personally.
I know,
And
but it's your
I
second.
could talk about it all day.
But it's your second favorite thing.
Because what's my first?
What'd you said?
Because what's my first?
Your first favorite thing is Earl V. Cooper. Your second favorite thing is Summer House right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were saying Summer House is my first, and Summer House is definitely taking a backseat.
No, of course not. So Summer House, couple things.
It also goes without saying, as a leading correspondent on this saga, both of the girls are welcome on the show, and we will give like a completely unbiased interview. And like, you can speak your truth. We're not an interview-based show, but we will make an exception. We'll fly to you, like whatever it is.
We will?
I take it back. You'll fly to us. We'll pay for your flight.
Like Alix lives in Florida.
Earl. She kind of lives in
right.
LA. She's like splitting time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Summer House. Couple things, including a recap. But randomly, Summer House alum Luke Gulbranson launches a last-minute campaign to unseat the Republican congressman in his district.
In Minnesota?
In Minnesota, Luke from Summer House is making a political move. His entry into the race comes just weeks before the district holds its Democratic Farmer Labor Party endorsement convention. He's committed to seeing his campaign through. He is running for congressman.
Now, of course, my first instinct is like, what does he know about Congress? This is a joke. But you know what? I might have also said that at a time about Spencer Pratt. And here he is, well on his way to possibly being the next mayor of LA. People adore him. And he's getting a lot of support. So sure, slay, Luke, slay.
Yeah. I
don't know anything about your policies.
I didn't watch his seasons.
So if you were watching them with like a watchful eye and somebody who was a Hannah Burner truther, like you could very well see that he's maybe not a good guy. But overall, overwhelmingly, like people liked him and whatever. But I do think that he was like really mean to Hannah.
But most recently, I was watching Lindsay Hubbard's apartment highlights on her Instagram because I wanted to see more of her place. Mm-hmm. And she had,
of course you were.
Someone sent it to me because I was like raving about it. They're like, here's more info. She had a really bad leak last winter in her apartment, in her laundry machine. Like her whole place was flooded. Mm-hmm. And she called Luke. And he was really there for her. And that's like something I would want from a congressman, you know?
Somebody who will show up in the middle of the night with a wrench.
Yeah, drenched. Like he came in with his work box and he got to working really sweet. And helping out a friend.
Does he live in the city?
I don't know. Yeah, he must have if she could.
No, but he must live in his district if he's running for Congress.
Yeah, maybe he was just visiting. And so she called up her like handy friend because all the guys she knows just like know how to DJ and party.
And so she called up her friend who was visiting in town and happened to bring his toolbox. There's something weird about this story.
Maybe he was living in New York. I don't know. But he came and not only like, I don't know how much help he could because it was a really bad leak. So they had to call the real professionals, but he stayed with her the whole time.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So I just feel like that's a really great
judge of character.
Yeah, that's the sort of story they tell on like the commercial. Like, I'm Luke Gulbranson and I approve this
and
message.
He one time rescued me from a burning building. Yeah. I'm Turdy Lou Freebush Oshry Suffer, and I approve this message.
Yeah, so like that's all I really know about him presently.
Okay, well that's something. Mm-hmm. And so good luck to you on your campaign.
Yeah. Also, other Summer House drama. Kyle responded to this week's episode saying, "What the fuck?"
Why? Oh,
about
just like
Amanda. So he like put out a statement. He said, I've watched some hard to relive moments over the last 10 years. I've also seen things unfold as a viewer that I wasn't privy to as a cast member. Last night's episode, what the fuck?
Which part is he referring to?
I don't know.
The Ben thing?
To me.
Because a lot of people, before I watched the episode, that scene of Amanda like cuddling up to West when he was with that girl he was hooking up with was so crazy and it went so viral. And then I watched it and like, under the context, like it was all, you know, for Sierra and to get this girl out of the house. So it was like, sure.
And he's playing with her hair and like has this hand on like
the weirder thing was the Ben stuff. Like the way she just so bald-faced lied to us in the confessionals and like was just being so such a liar.
And also, does Kyle, when he was in the house, did he know that any of this happened? It all sort of like,
I don't know.
Happened in
and she's
isolation.
Like, I feel icky. And it's like, yeah, you feel icky because like your husband could find out about this in the same house and it would be weird. But like it's being kept under the radar. And she like grabbed the girl the second she arrived just to like bop it, like to minimize it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Kyle didn't even know about that because he wasn't privy to any of those conversations. I also thought it was so weird and rude and something that would have not aged as that now we can like be honest about her behavior as a wife when she was like, we're going to see my husband, the best DJ in the Hamptons. Oh my God, so nasty. That's your husband. Yep. That's your family.
Agreed. So disrespectful.
And I agree. You don't want your husband to be a DJ. You didn't marry a DJ.
So just don't bring it up.
We're with you. But like to clown on him like that in front of a fucking stranger. If I'm Kyle and I saw that, that would hurt my feelings the most.
And then Amanda like turning the Ben thing into like a woe is me because Sierra's like, well, maybe you're used to being spoken to. And it was painful to watch, obviously, because like Sierra being there for Amanda. And
Sierra being
her, like,
too good of a friend.
Discover her worth or
letting
whatever.
Her friend off the fucking hook.
But also, using it as a whole excuse to be like, oh, well, you're a battered woman. That's why you said this insanely inappropriate, disgusting, rude thing.
You were so inappropriate. And it's Kyle's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just actually like, so like a bunch of dumb bitches being dumb. I hated that scene. Like I hated it.
But the thing is, before West Mandival, that scene would have like seriously closed the pay gap. Like it would have just like been so
it would have
closed
the pay gap. Yeah, it would have closed the pay gap. I like to think I would have been able to see right through it. Honestly, I like to think that. Oh, when Mia, who I just adore, told that story that she had like a really vivid dream about her mom, like, and she was begging her mom. Like I actually wanted to cry.
No, you guys, campaigning for someone to give her man a restaurant in New York City so that he can...
Or I think campaigning to find her a new man. Like, I'm sorry.
If he can't...
I don't think it's like this great big love. And I hate people who just like... It's important to have ambition, 100%. It's important to be a hustler. There are certain years of your life where like you just... Yeah, you got to hustle. But like people who do not prioritize their personal lives when they have a personal life really pisses me off.
But it seems like being like a top chef is just... this
cutthroat.
Yeah, like it's like he's a musician all over the world traveling. Like
remember Danielle's boyfriend who was also a chef?
Right. This seems to just be like if you like to make food, like you're gonna be taken away from like your girlfriend.
Okay, but here's the thing. I have a husband who likes to make food and we spend every night together.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like if he could just have a restaurant in New York and everyone will go so that he can like come home every night and like then they can have a baby, that just needs to happen.
Mia needs to have a baby. Like, it would fix all of her problems. And I don't say that lightly.
No, I know. But I feel it so strongly.
Me too.
Ugh.
I love that girl. My sister.
Oh.
My Zero Bond sister.
Is she another one of your celebrity sisters? Or was she the first one?
Are you okay?
So it's Mia, Haley, and Jennifer Tilly.
Jackie, I told you this story yesterday. Are you having amnesia?
No, I know. But did we establish that she's a sister?
Yeah, and that's why we were like, oh, who was the other one? And we couldn't remember it was Jennifer Tilly.
Now I don't remember. What? Now I don't remember the one from yesterday, you know? I just keep forgetting your sisters because your real sister isn't
I have
there.
to follow her back. Okay, yeah. I follow her back.
Your real sister
not cool of me.
Be at the dinner.
No, correct.
I
I'm
guess
shedding.
I'll go to
My
dinner.
hair is shedding.
I guess I'll go to dinner. You can't even say that. Like, you literally can't even say that to me. You understand?
Wait, I just checked my phone really briefly. I'm cracking up.
Is there a development in Licks?
No, but like every podcaster in the world is texting me. I've been talking to everyone and now someone new just texted me.
Screenshot it and send it to me. I need to tap your phone.
My phone is an extremely interesting place.
Like Lisa Hochstein, our next story.
Oh my God.
Real Housewives of Miami star Lisa Hochstein turns herself into police after her ex-boyfriend Jody was arrested.
Jody!
Lisa and Jody.
And of course, like right after Real Housewives of Miami is put on pause.
Lisa and Jody are under arrest. Lisa surrendered to police in Miami. Her attorney confirmed to People magazine. According to court documents obtained by People, she is facing one count of interception of wire, oral, or electronic communications relating to her ex-husband, Lenny. Her ex-boyfriend, Jody, was arrested on Sunday on the same charges. He was released on $5,000 bond and later pleaded not guilty. Basically, they're alleging that Jody and Lisa put a recording device in Lenny's car. And so it's like wiretapping and fraud and whatnot.
Like, it's such an insane thing to go down for. Like, obviously, Lenny is the devil. He was such a bad guy. Like, really, you know, when someone gets divorced or they have a midlife crisis, like, it was really one of the worst versions of that. But she won, you know? Like, she found another billionaire, and this one wasn't, like, fat. Like, she found someone hot and rich, and it's like, can't you just be happy?
Yeah. No, you have to go and break the law to prove what?
who cares? Like, you have a man now to take care of you and your kids, and he actually like wants you to also be a part of his business. Like, who cares? Like, I hate when people are dumb. I hate when people are dumb. Like, fine, maybe if Lisa had been like strung out and she had nowhere to go and no money, desperate times, she had to put it just to get something so that she could get a clause in her prenup that says whatever. She's not desperate. Like, I hate when people do stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, Jody and Lisa, first of all, they're not even together anymore, but like when you watch the seasons of Miami, he's not like that billionaire beau that we were really hoping for. Like, I think he's sort of riding her coattails and like starting businesses with her, like to monetize her for him and them.
Like, but he also had like a business.
Yeah, and like she did have like 2 guys paying her rent, like, and it was a big pargy place. Like, it was okay.
Slay.
Yeah.
Now, this is the 5th housewife to get involved in some sort of legal drama. Teresa Giudice, Jen Shah, Wendy Osefa, what's her name? Karen Huger, and now Lisa Hochstein.
Well, I mean, if we're counting DUIs, Luann. Yeah. Gina and Emily.
They both?
Well, Gina.
Not Emily.
And Shannon drove her car
Emily's a
into
lawyer.
something.
Oh, Shannon?
Where'd you get
now
5th?
Shannon Ford.
Where'd you get 5th?
Because those were the 5 that I thought of.
Oh, okay.
So,
no, I think there's plenty. Especially for
Shannon Bedore.
Especially if we're counting vehicular incidents.
Yeah, manslaughter.
But I think if we're not counting vehicular and like drunken and just like criminal or whatever, yeah, it's like Teresa, Jen, Wendy, Lisa.
Yeah, I guess let's not include vehicular, like just like doing crimes outside of the car.
Doing crimes, serving time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and then also if you include like marital court.
No. Let's just talk about like crimes that aren't DUIs.
Yeah, it seems like I can count on one hand.
I forgot that Mrs. Gina Kuchenheider had a big old DUI.
And Shannon drove her car. She drove her car into a ditch.
Right. Oh, yeah. I remember like the CCTV footage of her like coming around the bend. Like,
yeah, hysterical stuff.
Funny stuff.
And then
really funny.
Erica Jane.
Not her.
Court.
She didn't commit any crimes.
No, but she's in court.
She's being sued.
She's majorly in court.
But she's not on trial for any crimes. No.
But
not the same.
She's majorly in court. I'm going to put her in the court crew.
She is in court majorly, but in a different
of the court
way.
crew.
No, she's not. She's not.
She's sort of like invented the category.
She definitely has permanent residence at the local courthouse.
She's Courtney.
Courtney Collins.
Courtney. So yeah, I don't know what this means for Lisa Hochstein.
Every afternoon when the clock strikes 4. A crazy bunch of kids crash through that door, yeah. They throw off their shoes and leave the squares behind, and you can shake it like they're losing their mind. You wanna see them frown? We're the nicest kids in town.
Ooh, roll call. I'm Amber.
Brad. Shelley. And I'm Link. I am Link. I feel like I was just going to ask you something, but I know the answer. Who am I? Like, who do you identify with most? These days, I'm so Edna. Like, I am Miss Edna. I just do laundry and yell at everyone. You're Miss Pinky.
Mr. Pinky?
But you're Miss Pinky.
That's sweet. Thank you. I think I'm a little bit of everyone.
You just make everyone feel beautiful, like no matter their size.
Oh my God, that's so... And I love shopping with people. Like, I really,
yeah,
in another
and shopping
life,
for other people.
If I
you would have
wasn't
been like a personal
podcaster
shopper.
and I wasn't a teacher, I would be a personal shopper. And I would crush sales goals.
Yeah.
I'd be employee of the month every month.
1,000%.
That's like one of my favorite things to do is shop for other people. I get so excited.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
She really does.
And I'm really good at it too. And I'm like,
yeah, we know.
Patient, loving, and
you
kind.
just encourage everyone to invest.
But also patient, not just like bags with clothes. Like, we'll really take the time and find your right style.
Patient, loving, kind.
I'm so Mrs. Pinky.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next story?
Yeah. We're so funny. Like, all the other female podcasters fighting us. Which Hairspray character do you identify with the most?
Yeah. And I also got a little...
Amber Von Tussle.
Amber, Penny, and Little Inez.
Okay, I'm Little Inez.
Put them in a blender, mix it up.
Claudia, you dance and sing wherever we go. That's so Little Inez.
You know Little Inez wrote 7 Rings?
No.
Yeah, I learned that.
Wow.
She's written a couple of Ari songs, but Seven Rings being one of them.
When they do, in fact, do another Hairspray reboot in the next 20 years, which I actually don't think they should do ever, but when they do, they should have little Inez all grown up play Motormouth Maybelle.
Very good.
And maybe Nikki Blonsky could play Edna Turnblad.
Oh, but it doesn't need
Brittany
to be...
Snow could play her mother.
Oh, that would be cute. But doesn't it need to be a man?
Yeah, like Edna Turnblad is exclusively played by men.
Just funny.
It is.
Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Roller Rabbit. I'm wearing a Roller Rabbit sweater today because I am so simpatico with our sponsors. I didn't even know they were sponsored today. That's how much I just wear Roller Rabbit. We wore Roller Rabbit pajamas to bed last night. Like, I just love Roller Rabbit. It's a globally inspired lifestyle brand known for its vibrant prints and iconic sleepwear, designed to bring comfort, color, and ease to everyday life. Their collections span ready-to-wear, accessories, and home, made for moments that matter most. Yeah, so any part of your day, morning, noon, night, beach, cozies. Roller Rabbit has the cutest things. It's multi-generational. It's a brand that's rooted in family, togetherness, and joyful moments shared. So I have matching pajamas with the boys from Roller Rabbit. And like, it's really one of our favorite moments when we all either intentionally wear the same pajamas, or sometimes it happens like accidentally that we wind up wearing the same pajamas, or I put them in their pajamas. So then like when I take my shower, I put on my pajamas, and then in the morning they see that we're all matching pajamas, and it's just very exciting. So they're not only so cute, they are so cozy. They are designed thoughtfully, crafted essentials using premium materials like 100% Pima cotton. I love Roller Rabbit. They also just like great beachwear, beach bags. Their prints are adorable. And you can visit rollerrabbit.com and take 20% off your purchase of $150 or more with code SWIRLY20 at checkout. Again, that's ROLLERRABBIT.com with code SWIRLY20 for 20% off your first order of $150 or more. Terms and exclusions apply. Check out Roller Rabbit. It's so joyful and it will just bring so much life and love and style and wildin' to your family. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Noble. The Noble All Day Knit is your anywhere, everywhere shoe. It's a breathable shoe with unmatched comfort, available in either a ripstop or knit upper for on the go, the commute, long days, on your feet, travel. The All Day is the shoe for everyday life. These days when I am up and at 'em, like I need a sneaker that can work with me, run with me, walk with me, playground, all of the things. And the Noble is so comfortable. Also, like my feet I feel like they're not entirely my feet yet again. Like they're a little swollen, they're a little tender, and so I do need a shoe that supports, that moves with me. The Noble All Day Knit is that shoe. Also, like Noble is just like the brand for cool girls. So I do also feel incredibly cool wearing it when I'm like out at the playground. Everyone sees my shoes. They like know that they're Noble. And I just feel like incredibly on trend while also very comfortable. And that doesn't happen all the time. I also feel like I can pivot from any activity that we're doing when I'm wearing my Nobles. Like we can go for a walk, a long walk, a stroller walk. We can, play a little baseball, little sports in the backyard. Like I can just do anything. I can also cook, and I'm comfortable walking around my kitchen. I need to wear shoes while I cook, and I need something with a little bit of support, not to make it so much about me, but just to say like you can really do so many things in these Noble All Day Knits. So exclusively for Toast listeners, Noble is offering 35% off your first order. Visit www.nobleproject and use nobleproject.com and use code DMTOAST for 35% off your entire first order. That's NOBULLPROJECT.com and use code DMTOST for 35% off. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Prolon. So do I love going out, hanging with friends, hanging with fam? Yes. Does all that eating and drinking start to take a toll? Yes. I can always tell when my body is desperately craving a reset, and Prolon by L Nutra does just that. Prolon's 5-day program gives my system a break. It's fasting, but with food, and it's pretty much a game changer. So one thing about me, when I'm starting a new era of my life, or like I want to have a health journey, or I want to start being more conscious, I need to do something very intentional. And like, I can't just like slip into a new way of life. Like I want to shock the body. And I love Prolon for this because your body thinks that it's fasting, but it's not. You are in a state of fasting, but you are actually consuming food, and so you get to eat, yay, but your body thinks you're fasting, and so you get all the benefits. It's amazing. So Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is a revolutionary plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe that they are fasting. It starts with their 5-day program, snacks, soups, and beverages designed to keep your body in a fasting state. No guesswork or planning required, which is a relief after being a busy person, you can't just be thinking about all these things. So I love a system. I love something that's like all thought out for me and designed for me. And all I have to do is follow the program and I will get the results of the program. So whether you want to kickstart a major lifestyle change, whether you want to just snatch it down for an occasion, a getaway, a wedding, a vacation, whatever it is, Prolon is amazing, and they've thought it all through, and you get to eat while also being in a fasting state. It's fab. To help you kickstart a health plan that truly works, Prolon is offering the Toast listeners 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day nutrition program. Just visit prolonlife.com/toast. That's PROLONLIFE.com/toast to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. That's prolonlife.com/toast. Thank you /Jost. Our next story, some Mormon wives update because Taylor Frankie Paul had a major win in court yesterday. She will not be prosecuted for her alleged involvement in a couple of domestic violence incidences in Utah involving her ex Dakota. This is a big deal since it was those accusations and prior footage from the incident that torpedoed her 2 shows, Bachelorette and Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So Slamu return might be happening sooner than later because she just had this legal victory, which like sort of clears her of
It's
these
crazy
charges.
that I didn't even hear about this. Like with all the other things happening in pop culture, Scamandival, Licks vs. Lex, I feel like Salamo has really taken a back seat. But I'm glad to hear this. I am.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I saw, but there's been a lot of like random legal like decrees coming down in this case that I'm just sort of like bypassing because I just can't be like living like this. But this seems like 100%. A biggie. And if she is cleared of these charges, like there really isn't a reason that she shouldn't film the show anymore, considering what she did happened while they were filming the show. Everyone knew about what she did. They talk about the bar stools and the throwing. And so I'm sorry, if there's going to be a show, there's no real reason why she shouldn't be on it.
Especially if he's going to be on it.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, if he's going to be on it, you could take them both. Like, I really don't want to see him.
Yeah.
I'd rather see none of them. I'd rather the whole show be canceled, honestly.
I don't know.
I think he's so disgusting. Ugh, I just hate him.
I just like the show, That's like one of my shows.
I know.
Like,
I know.
And it's like at the end of the day, like, I just want to watch my show.
And I need someone to watch, right? Like, put me to sleep.
And it's like really fun on the toes and stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, we get a lot from it.
Like, figure out a way to like make it watchable
work
again. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, fam.
TT.
Are you ready for our 5th and final story?
Bidding is such sweet sorrow.
Focker-in-law trailer. Ariana Grande infiltrates Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro's dysfunctional family. And the new trailer for, I guess, the threequel, Focker-in-law, which is a take on, what was the
Meet
first
the
one?
Fockers.
Meet the Fockers, and then...
No, Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents was first, then Meet the Fockers were second, and then third is Focker-in-laws.
I didn't know this was an option, that like we were making a sequel to this particular franchise that ended 20 years ago.
No, but it's brilliant because the son from Focker, Meet the Fockers, is now getting married and they're the in-laws.
Yes. And so like Ben Stiller is Robert De Niro,
Yes.
but they're both in the movie. And Ariana Grande plays the girl that's like marrying into this nutty ass family. I feel like it's so different for Ari. Like it's so unserious. And she actually, with Glinda, I feel really showed off her comedic chops. And it's low-key like very Nickelodeon, And I think she'll be great. That she looked like super cute in the trailer. I didn't know I didn't know this was an option. Like that they were going to make another movie. And I like it. I think sequels are just like so... I can't believe nobody makes like original movies anymore.
But this feels like a sequel that's its own movie identity with like deep roots in something that we love. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like a riff. It's basically about a girl and a guy going to meet his parents, and we've seen that. That's a movie that can be made, Monster-in-Law, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But because it's Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro and they have these existing characters, like it makes it really fun. And there's all these like funny jokes. I think it has a lot of potential to be like both honoring the original movies and just be like a good movie on its own.
What's the movie called again?
Focker-in-Law.
Oh, not Meet the.
Not Meet the. It's not a Meet the.
Okay.
I thought it looked good too. And even though it's like a silly like rom-com basically for Ari, like you're in a movie with Robert De Niro, like
correct.
Mama.
And Ben Stiller. Is this going to be in theaters or is it like a streamer?
Oh my God, it's totally going to be in theaters, right?
I can't deal with movies anymore. Like they all.
I know, it's like really a mess.
I saw a tweet that was like every new movie these days looks like a Super Bowl commercial. Like the lighting, it's just like, it's not giving movie. And the more I live on this earth, the more I understand what Harry Styles meant when he said it's a movie that feels like a real movie. Movies don't feel like real movies these days. It used to be a big deal. It was like a long thing. You would go to the theater. Even if you didn't, you would rent it and you would like make popcorn in your bed. Now we just like watch movie after movie after movie while scrolling on our phones, and they all, look like Super Bowl commercials. They all have that Netflix lighting. Just that special.
Yeah, this comes out in theaters Thanksgiving. It's also confusing now, because we're at a time when a new movie's coming out. Okay, like, do I have to go to the movies? Can I stay home? Or is it...
They need to make it clear.
There needs to be like a clear path for movies, you know? Is it going to be 2 weeks till it's DVD, or is it 5 months like it used to be? Like,
or you could see it in theaters but also buy it on HBO Max at the same time.
It's very, very unclear. Like, if something goes to theaters first, like how long till it's on the streamer? Then you can also like...
Back in the day, it was like months.
But you could also buy it at home for like $30.
Yeah, there's no like format. Everybody just does their own thing. And I think that's why Wicked was so special. Same with like Barbenheimer. It felt like movies that we grew up, like you had to go to the theater and then it'll come back, on demand months later. Like, it was exciting. And the movies obviously were good too, Oppenheimer, Barbie, and Wicked. But like,
not everyone can pull that
release.
Because if they do theaters only and it's like, I don't want to see your movie, and nobody goes and sees it, at least on the streamer, it's like, oh, I guess I'm watching that.
I just want to say, when there are movies to be seen, I see them. I saw Barbie in theaters. I saw Wicked in theaters. Like, I support the arts. I do. And I'm busy.
Do you support ballet and opera?
All the time.
Yeah.
So...
And yeah, they definitely edited that episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to talk about the opera.
You think?
I really
No, that's too fast of a turnaround. I think it was genuinely just coincidence.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. But you saw that scene and you were like, and it literally happened the week
it aired, yeah.
of Timothy Operagate.
No, that's a genuine coincidence.
Damn. Well, those are the Fast Five stories. Another day.
Quickly check.
Another day. We wait another day.
Nothing from Alix Earle.
I don't think it's going to happen today, but I'm just saying that so that it does happen today. Sometimes I do that a lot. I like say something's like not going to happen because I want it to happen so bad, and I feel like I can like trick the universe.
It's also like a good way of being like, well, Claudia said it wasn't going to happen. Yeah, but she did it so that it would, Yeah, no,
but I'm not even
like you're never wrong.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, if I said it's not going to happen, but it happened, everyone will be so excited that it happened, they'll forget I was wrong.
We just recorded extra early this morning, and I'm hoping she doesn't release it in like an hour,
I mean, she's on LA
That would
time.
be bad. That would be bad.
Yeah, we've never actually done an emergency episode of The Toast. And I guess at this point, like, we never really would. It doesn't really make sense.
Because an emergency episode, like, maybe you'd film the next day. Thankfully, we have an episode every day.
Really, exactly. Like, every day is an emergency episode.
We did do an emergency episode.
When we turned
2.
cameras back on.
No, remember, we said we'd only ever do an emergency episode if like 3 things happened. The first was Taylor and Travis got engaged. And we did do an emergency episode. We did live on Patreon. We also said we'd do an emergency episode if Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman got divorced. And we didn't. Did we do an episode?
No.
Oh. And I forget what the third thing was. I think we said if like Kelly Clarkson died or something, which I hope never happens.
No. But it's true. Every day is an emergency episode here.
Correct. But the worst thing Alix Earle could do is release her video at like noon on Friday, because then we've already recorded and we're done for the weekend.
That's the worst thing she could do.
So just keep that in mind. Maybe we record extra late. You know what? Tomorrow we should record at like 3:00 just to give room.
No, I'm sorry. I actually don't think so. Like, we're on a timer here.
Yeah, you work around us. We don't work around you.
Like, we're on a timer here, and we work around like, the day, the work day. The work day.
100%.
Sunrise and sunset.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Like, your favorite podcasters are fighting with one another. We're singing Fiddler on the Roof. We are not the same.
No, we're not.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Toast and Millennium Morning Show, where you deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast and where podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast. Leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. Love ya.
Bye.